M0FXB, welcome back to my videos on the DM9100. Let's do the firmware update. Big thanks to Guido for getting the new firmware, which is D42. Now, if we look at my radio, I'm just going to hit the menu and then turn until we get to info. It says it at the bottom here, look. Zone, message, call, settings, GPS, APRS, roam, device info. Then we're going to go enter, and I'm running 040. So let's see what happens. As far as I can see, it's working fine. Interested to know if there's any new updates. But anyway, you can see that. I've got my USB-C cable just plugged into the side, which I think is so convenient that it does that. All connected there and into my PC. And if we go right click device manager here, device manager, just double click where it says ports, and look, COM26 is STM microelectronics. So I've got the port number 26. Now we'll go over, if we move the radio out of the way, to the download center for the actual firmware loading software. So I'm not finding the latest bin on here yet, bin file, but that's fine because we've got it. And it was emailed by Zastone, so maybe it is on there. But anyway, file download, click download here, and then you get the program for upgrading, which is in my downloads. We're going to click that, close the advertising, and then double click here, and there's the XE for upgrading. Okay, so let's have a look. COM26 not showing at the moment. Next step is to get it into firmware mode. So the radio is on at the moment. Turn it off. Connect your USB-C to the connection here and to your computer. Now turn off the power at the power supply. So not the radio, the actual power supply. Press and hold P3. Okay? And then turn the power supply back on. So pressing and holding and then turning back on. We're not touching the radio, and you do hear the computer make a noise. So we're now into firmware mode. Now let's double click. I've got the shortcut for the firmware program just here at the bottom, and I will put the link in so you can download the bin file and the software for loading the new firmware. So I've got the little file down here, double click, and then we're going to run it, and we've got our loader just here. So now we leave it in USB here. Then this is for selecting the firmware. Click that, and we find the firmware that we've just got. And I've got mine in downloads here. Downloads. Double click that. It's the D42 version. Okay, and then we just click upgrade here. And then we wait for it to load. Be patient. It takes about 2 minutes. That's it. Click OK. And then it's recommended that you completely turn off the power supply first. So we'll do that. Completely turn it off. Then give it a few seconds. Let the power drain out of the radio. Turn it back on. You could just pull the cable out the back of the radio if you don't want to reach down to your power supply. And then we'll just turn it back on in the normal way. We're not doing firmware anymore. And to check your version, you just go to menu, and it's kept all my memories as well. And keep turning until you see device info, just says it here. And then we're going to hit enter, and look, we've now got D032. That's the latest firmware. How cool is that? And if you've not seen this radio before, it's just fantastic. Just exit. And you can dial, I know it's a bit not the clearest image there, but you can actually dial or add frequencies into the radio using the software or the actual radio. Bye for now. I know you can't see me. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I think it's a fantastic piece of kit. 7.3, all the